for a national championship run, which makes the first week in October even more important for Ryan Middahl whenever the Nationals do come here to Lucas Oil Speedway to finish out the year. 20 times around for the modifieds, and Mickey Burrell out of Fairgrove, Missouri. We have only seen him here on a couple of occasions. He's got a couple of top fives. And the Squirrel looking for his first win here at Lucas Oil Speedway. He has won 5 times at Monette and once at Creek County. He starts on the pole with Kerry Davis on his outside. Kerry, a winner at Lakeside back in July, his only win of the year. The Parkville, Missouri native in the 68 will start outside row number 1. Very entertaining row number 2. Ryan Middahl will start to the inside. He is your champ here at Lucas Oil Speedway, and on his outside it'll be the 3B. Perry, Kansas's Nick Binniger, a 2-time winner at Lucas Oil Speedway and 8 times overall. He's picked up 6 wins at Lakeside. Jeff Cutshaw from Bolivar, Missouri in the number 98 will start inside row number 3 with Jason Pursley on his outside. The superintendent from down the road in Hermitage will start in the 38C in 6th. Chad Stouse and Lucas Dobbs making up row number 4. Greg Scheffler and Tracy Wolf back in row 5. And then Eric Brady, first time he has been here to Lucas Oil Speedway in the 4B. The Boonville, Missouri native just purchased that car from Terry Kirk. Terry piloted that car to a victory here at Lucas Oil Speedway earlier this year. He's changed or handed the keys over, if you will, to Eric Brady. This is only his 4th time ever to run this car and his first year ever running, period. And Lane Whitney in the 75L will be on his outside. Did you enjoy getting to meet Bobby?
Man, I'll tell you what, it wouldn't have been bad, but Chris gave everybody a bath down there.
I saw that.
Made that whole thing slick.
Caution light has been turned off. Green flag in hand of Mike Striegel. He eyes him over down the backstretch. The field of 20 cars all stacked and packed nice and tight through turns 3 and 4. Mickey Burrell sees the orange cone. Ryan Middahl tries to get the whole shot to the inside of the Squirrel. The Squirrel will have none of it. Cuts his nose off, dips down to the bottom line, and that will allow Kerry Davis in the 68 to sprint out to a huge lead. Here comes Nick Binniger to the outside. The 3B has laid waste to Mickey Burrell as well as Ryan Middahl. He jumps up to 2nd, so a good run on the opening lap for Nick Binniger.
Well, Davis on the move here tonight as they go through, and he is starting to run away from the pack. Binniger staying with him. Here comes the 21. And that is Ryan Middahl. Middahl moves himself up into that 3rd spot as they come around this time. And it is a battle for 4th between the superintendent and the veteran Burrell.
You know, Mickey Burrell has some really good runs whenever he comes here to Lucas Oil Speedway, but this track, for the most part, has been his kryptonite. It has come up and it has bitten him at times, and it does it right there as he spins out all on his own in turns 3 and 4. The 6-time winner on the season started on the pole tonight, and within 3 laps had dropped back to around 4th or 5th and then spun out all on his own, bringing out the Boone's Barbecue caution.
You know, going just a little bit off subject, our late models, Wasoba Grain and Feed, one of our sponsors, just run into them. They're here, the whole family's here enjoying the races up in the suites. So we want to say thank you very much all season long. They have been great with extra money towards the late models. And, man, everything. Glad to have you along here tonight for our season championships.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming in. We'll talk more about you whenever the late models roll around, as we will have a final 20-lap feature for them, and there will be a big late model show coming up in just a couple of weeks. First time we have had the event scheduled for the Fall Brawl, a 2-day show, September 22nd and 23rd. Hermitage Lumber Late Models will be the feature class. The Show Me Vintage Racers and the American Iron Racing Series will be in for that. We want to thank State Tech for putting up the extra money for that event as well for the Fall Brawl. Big sponsor coming in for that show. And also see the Power Eye Pure Stocks listed as a support class for that 2-day event.
So as they come around, Kerry Davis on the point. Binniger and Middahl Row number 2, green flag flies. Here they come out of turn number 4.
Well, on that original start, it was a breakaway in a big way for Kerry Davis. He will do the same thing as he gets out to 6 car lengths. Nick Benninger to the inside of Ryan Middaugh. Jason Pursley is back there as well. He rides along in 4th. The Catfish, the bottom feeder. The superintendent will look to pass Ryan Middaugh. Kind of joked around with Jason Pursley a little bit before the season started here, asking if this was going to be his year in this modified division, with Dylan McCowan, who had been a dominant fixture for a couple of seasons, him running MLRA, making the move up to a late model class on an open series, and him not being here. The modifieds were really a wide open class until Ryan Middaugh started to just tear away win after win after win. And for Jason Pursley, still looking to pick up that first win this year, and we are slowed with another Boone's Barbecue caution. This for a solo spin by Eric Brady, the first-year driver that bought this car just 3 weeks ago from Terry Kirk. Terry's been a big help as far as helping Eric get this set up. But he will bring out the caution after we have completed 5 laps, and Kerry Davis turning some extremely good laps. You look at fast lap time, he owns it, an 18.132, but his average speed, 17.988. So Kerry Davis breaking the 18-second mark, and he had built up a 1.5-second advantage over Nick Benninger before the caution came out.
All those stats, of course, courtesy of the great folks in My Race Pass. If you haven't got it, you need it. Man, I'll tell you, you can keep track of your local track, this track, no matter where you're at. You get on, and they'll give you the live feed. That is My Race Pass. Check it out, folks. You'll really appreciate it.
I'll be the first to admit, and Doug, I think you would say this, and I would allow you to say this. I'm not a smart guy.
Well, no, I'm
really not. It's My Race Pass that makes me sound a heck of a lot smarter than I really am. All I have to do is just look up some stats, and I've had people say, how do you remember all that? I don't.
Yeah.
I look it up.
Yeah, it's right there.
Thanks to Josh Holt and the entire crew over at My Race Pass.
They'll be along a little bit later on the season, too.
Kerry Davis back underway. We've completed 5, 15 laps remain, and Jason Pursley continues to run the bottom side of the track. And Jeff Cutshaw now with a big run. Ryan Middaugh just really unable to work up through the field. He's staying on the bottom side of the track, as is Jason Pursley. Nick Benninger has gotten around him, and now Jeff Cutshaw is looking to do the same thing to the top side through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, these cautions have been beneficial to the superintendent, the 38 of Jason Pursley, as it was the 68 of Davis checking out on the field on the starts. And little by little, Pursley has reeled him in, kept with him. Nick Benninger, the 3B, rolling around here now on the high side. He has found some speed, but caution comes out for the second time over in turn number 4 for Eric Brady, the 4B.
Yep, that is the second solo spin for Eric Brady. For those of you that are new to Lucas Oil Speedway, you spin out on your own 2 times. You are politely asked by Chris Crocker, our race control engineer up here in the flag stand, to make your way back to the pit area. Your night is complete. Thank you for showing up. We appreciate your attendance. Bye-bye now.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know if he got all that in, but to the point.
He paraphrased it a lot faster than I did.
He says it a lot easier. Well, Kerry Davis still showing the way up front. Benninger and Pursley. Pursley's had some great starts. Benninger not so much, especially on that last one. As Benninger dropped back, he found some speed as time went on, and he got up with the 2 leaders. But, man, not a good start.
Jason Pursley's last win was at Monette last year. His last victory at Lucas Oil Speedway take you all the way back to 2019.
Wow.
Last year, he won at the Diamond of Dirt tracks. Kerry Davis won at Lakeside earlier this year. He would love to pick up win number 2. Nick Benninger to the outside, continues to rim ride to the top side. Jeff Cutshaw uses that same line. Side by side for second. Benninger to the outside of Pursley. Then it's side by side for fourth as Middaugh circles around the bottom of the track, and Jeff Cutshaw rim rides to the top side and grabs the spot away.
Vinegar with a better start this time on Kerry Davis and the field, as he is now on the tail back. He is on the high side. Davis in the middle as they come out of turn number 4 this time. It is personally on the low side. Vinegar is right there. He is right on the back fender as they come out of 2 this time. But again, no, caution will not come out over in turn number 4. So here comes Nick Vinegar. Looks to take that lead away from Kerry Davis.
The almost caution came from Mickey Burrell's spin in turn 4, but he was able to get it to the infield. He will park it right smack dab in the middle of the infield, and we stay green. Doug, I think right now, just from what I'm seeing as we cross the midway point, this race probably is going to be Nick Vinegar's to win. He has caught up with Kerry Davis. Davis still has the lead, but right now Nick Vinegar is on the prowl. He's faster on the outside. We've seen him move to the inside and actually make up hay there. So he's faster on both sides of the track. As long as Kerry Davis doesn't just run him into the wall, Nick Vinegar's going to have a chance. As
caution flies up in turn number 3 this time, as it is,
I think it's Lane Whitney.
Yes.
The 75L, I think. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Thanks to Ronnie for zooming in. I've got 4 eyes with my glasses on, but I still can't see that far up the track. It takes the zoom lens from Ronnie to see exactly who that car was. So the brand new car for Mickey the Squirrel Burrell.
Going back to the pits.
It is that Shaw Chassis BMS engine sponsored by Nixon Monument.
I'm going to bet you, though, he will be back sometime before the end of the season.
I would probably say, I think we'll probably see him first week in October if I
probably,
had to guess. All these cautions not helping out Nick Vinegar right now. On the starts and the restarts, Kerry Davis, the faster car. He's able to get out by 4 or 5 car lengths. But as the laps click by, Nick Vinegar is able to catch up with him. If we continue to have cautions like this, it breathes new life into Kerry Davis. If we have a long 8-lap green flag run, still think Nick Vinegar has the better car on the track right now. Green back in the air, and again, Kerry Davis, a great run as the green flag drops. Nick Vinegar to the top side. He cuts that 5-car length lead that Kerry Davis has down to 3. Now it's down to 2. Finds the cushion on the razor's edge up top. Vinegar with the pole vault off of turn 4 continues to track down Kerry Davis on the top side.
Vinegar looks almost to the back of the 68 as they come into 3 and 4. As they come around this time, it'll be 6 to go. It will be Davis, your leader, but he is right there. Vinegar, the 3 car, is right there as they come around out of turn number 2 this time. He is showing a fender to the 68. He pinches off. See if he can hold on as they come through this time. It'll be 5 to go out of turn number 4. It is going to be the 68 with the win.
And you wonder how many more times Nick Vinegar is going to lift off the gas whenever Kerry Davis drifts up on the track and chops off the nose of Nick Vinegar. Now Vinegar jumps the cushion in 3 and 4. It's going to cost him. Jason Persley starts to reel him in. Kerry Davis had done everything he could to keep Nick Vinegar at bay, sliding up on the track, making sure he didn't give the 3 a line. Vinegar pushed it too far, jumps the cushion. Now he's back on the prowl again, but he's running out of laps with 3 to go. Even higher through turns 1 and 2. He even gets up on the flat track. The exit from the track to pit road, that's where Vinegar was running, and he's able to stay in the loud pedal. They get the 2 sticks from Mike Striegel this time by. 2 more to go for Nick Vinegar to track down Kerry Davis, who leads by 0.4 seconds. Now down to 2 car lengths, down to 1 car length. Davis stays low side. Binninger up to the top side. White flag in the air. The run from Binninger, and again Davis will pinch him off to the high side, but Binninger stays with it. Good run off of turn number 2. They're now side by side, wheel to wheel. Binninger inches out in front. Can he get one more run off of 4? Can Davis slam the door? Checkers in the air at the line. Binninger will do it. Nick Binninger at the line gets a pass over over Kerry Davis and will win. Nick Binninger by 0.3 seconds over Kerry Davis. Jason Pursley in third, and Ryan Middahl stayed around that 4th and 5th spot all race long, and it is enough for him to claim the championship here at Lucas Oil Speedway.